Every time I'm put together, every time I feel confident, tell me why no guy would approach me. Sets is my thing. So before I met my husband, I'm not even kidding with you, no guys my age would talk to me. I'm 23 now, but when I was 19, 20, 21, no man would talk to me. And I remember one of my guy friends looking at me and telling me, Carla, the problem is not you. It's just guys know that if they get with you, they're in it for the long run. And right now, us as guys don't want that. And he was one of my very close guy friends, so he was very, very open. And he told me,
I appreciate everyone's feedback on why guys don't approach girls anymore. I have multiple points to bring up. So for the people who use the excuse of like guys won't go up to girls anymore because they're afraid of coming off as like rapey or weird, like it's not a thing. If you're not rapey and you're not weird and you go up to a girl, like it's just not a thing.
Before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Craig. He said, her perspective, isn't it good that she picked you after all these other guys? Reality. You're not special. You're just next up. And she'll drop you like a used condom just as easily. He's insecure is pure gaslighting. Over 90% of the men a woman chooses to cheat on their current dude with come from the pool of past sexual partners or orbiting male friends. They're a known commodity. He's not insecure. He's finally showing intelligence. She's an idiot. I'd just as well shoot my worst enemy and put him out of both our miseries as have him have to put up with that 304. Craig, you're absolutely right. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Why do men nowadays stare and act interested but never approach you? Men and women on Twitter share the reason why men don't like approaching women. Hi, I'm Phenom and let's mind other people's business. Follow me on Instagram because I mind other people's business differently over there too, so go on. The same women asking these questions are the same ones saying they don't want to be approached and filming men trying to embarrass them for even saying hello. Why the hell would they keep approaching y'all? I do remember women saying en masse that they wanted to be left alone and not approached. Because if he does, y'all gonna call him weird, stalker, thirsty, or some other name. It's safer to just look and keep it moving or just let her say something first. All my life I've been hearing how women want to be left alone in public, so I be cool for real. I just mind my business and go to my destination and complete my objective. I think social media raised a lot of these dudes, so they rather get rejected in the DM versus in person. Lol. I'm pushing up on you if I like what I see. Shrug. The worst that can happen is she tell you she not interested or got a man. YOLO. Y'all keep calling them predatory for basic communication. 1, we seeing how many others you curve. B, we don't know if you're also interested and we're not mind readers. And 3rd, we're tired of always having to make the first move. Body language and eye contact gon' tell it all, lol. If she ain't looking at me a certain way or doesn't look open, I'm not wasting my time over there. Honestly, from what I've noticed and from what I've been told, men said they're not approaching because they don't want to be labeled thirsty, stalker, harasser. Others said they assume she already has someone. Others said they just don't like rejection. Because the majority of the time when a guy's interested, a woman will act like he's bothering her or not her type. Because they're not allowed to approach women. Too many rude and abrasive women nowadays. You can come respectful and like a gentleman, and some of the things that come out of some of these women's mouth will scare you off. Because women aren't always approachable. Thanks to all the thirsty heathen, it makes it hard for real interested ones to come forward because you don't want the woman to feel harassed or bothered. I like how there's a little bit of accountability in that one. All it takes is a sprinkle. It doesn't have to be you specifically who engages in the behavior for you to recognize it. See, ain't this a lot of y'all lying? Y'all be on here daily saying you hate men and want to be left alone, then just start following instructions. Probably because they don't want to end up on TikTok being pinned as a creep for showing interest. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to put y'all phones down and not be corny. Then y'all about a man approaching y'all. Then y'all about men not liking certain women of certain races, parental statuses. Y'all made pure interactions a thing of the past. Vice versa. Y'all gotta be for real here, ladies. A lot of y'all act a fool when a man approaches you. I even had to check myself. All the attitude, disrespect, or acting a victim.
Welcome to the gloomy side of the modern dating circus, where we've got a woman parading comments from men who've waved the white flag on approaching women. There's one comment that deserves a spotlight, a candid declaration that men aren't allowed to approach women anymore. Bravo, ladies. You've managed to orchestrate a dating dystopia where guys tiptoe around like they're navigating a minefield. And guess what? It's not about equality. It's about the negative nature that's been injected into the dating game. The scales have tipped to the point where a simple hello has morphed into a minefield of mistrust and suspicion. The result? More and more men are opting out, raising their hands and saying, "Nah, we're good." So, modern women, pat yourselves on the back for crafting an environment where guys are forced to retreat for self-preservation. The negative nature you've nurtured has birthed consequences that can't be shrugged off. When men decide to chart their own course, remember, it's a direct response to a landscape you've played a part in cultivating. Welcome to the aftermath, a world where guys are taking control and steering clear of the dating scene, and endless videos of women crying on TikTok. These comments aren't just casual observations, they're the battle cries of men who've grown weary of the relentless games and shifting goalposts that define the dating game today. Listen up, gents. The dating scene ain't what it used to be. It's morphed into a treacherous maze where mixed signals and misaligned intentions have become the norm. These comments hit hard, painting a picture of men who've been burnt one too many times. Let's be brutally honest. These men aren't throwing in the towel because they lack interest. No, it's a calculated decision to prioritize their sanity and well-being over a chaotic dating arena that often offers more frustration than fulfillment. Let's check some comments. Let's not mince words. The going your own way mantra isn't a surrender, it's a rebellion. A rebellion against a system that often seems stacked against genuine connections and mutual respect. Unless you meet a woman organically in a totally unassuming way. The chat is playful. Oh wait, I'm talking about dating in the 80s. Sorry, my bad. I see a fine woman, then I remember my divorce, everything I went through and everything I lost, then ask myself, is it worth it? No, because if she makes a weird, creeped out face and the wrong person see it, it'll lead to something else. Other reason they're focusing on themselves to become #passport bros. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Leave these women alone, fellas. Alright, gather round because we're diving headfirst into a video that's got some major eye-roll vibes.
I appreciate everyone's feedback on why guys don't approach girls anymore. I have multiple points to bring up. So for the people who use the excuse of like guys won't go up to girls anymore because they're afraid of coming off as like rapey or weird, like it's not a thing. If you're not rapey and you're not weird and you go up to a girl, like it's just not a thing. But I understand where you guys are coming from other girls saying that they don't feel comfortable when guys do that, but I think that girls are just saying that when a guy genuinely is creepy, and I hope all of you guys are not generally creepy. There are some creepy people out there. Whatever. Also, some people are like, well, I'm not gonna like find my wife like at a bar or whatever. But then like, what does that say about like you? Like, you know, if you're the type of person who would be at a bar, then why would another type of person who would be at a bar not be, you know, possible love interest? Okay? Anyways, after gathering all of my data, here's what I've come to. Unfortunately, we are all dying alone. I'm sorry, and I don't make the rules. But both genders don't want to talk to each other. We don't want to use dating apps anymore. We all want to stay in our comfort zone with the people that we know when we're out. We don't really feel like making an effort to meet new people. And then for the people who say, well, the right person is just going to come at the right time, blah, blah, that is dead. That was a thing our parents, our grandparents, yes, that was a real thing. But now in the world of dating apps, texting, technology, and apparently people who don't like talking to one another, the chances of that happening, unfortunately, are slim to none now. Back then, people actually made an effort because there wasn't the technology to just find the person online. If you missed your opportunity with a person you saw in person, then that opportunity is gone. I don't know, it's definitely a real shame that this is where we're all at. But at this rate, I can confidently say that do not be surprised when all of us are middle-aged, going to be really old, and we're all still alone.
So, this lady thinks it's a walk in the park for guys to approach girls without being labeled rapey or weird. Hold up a sec. She's missing the memo that unless you're some 6-foot-tall, 6-figure earning godsend, modern dating's like an uphill battle. Average dudes? Oh, they're automatically tagged as creepy. It's like a harsh reminder that in this world, unless you fit the cookie-cutter mold of a Chad, you're out of the game. This chick casually brushes off the fact that plenty of men out there are getting the short end of the stick, left to fend for themselves in a dating scene where unless you're top tier, you're basically invisible. Time to ditch the rose-colored glasses and wake up to the real world, where genuine intentions sometimes get drowned out by the superficial standards society's set. Let's check some comments out. Notice how the first thing she did was devalue our experience. No kidding, right? It's like she's doing a mental gymnastics routine to dodge the real issue. First things first, she blatantly downplays our experiences like we're all just making things up. It's almost comical how she dismisses the very real struggles guys face in this dating minefield. But hey, hats off to her for trying to act like our challenges are mere figments of our imagination. That's not a thing. Yeah, bro, it most definitely is a thing. They are so used to strolling through life with no difficulty, they completely lost touch with reality. It's baffling how she can just brush aside the undeniable fact that this rapey or weird stigma is a real deal. Guess what? It most definitely is a thing, and it's something us guys navigate every time we consider approaching someone. Denying it doesn't make it vanish into thin air. What do you mean it's not a thing? That's literally happened to me, laughing my ass off. It's like she's living in her own bubble, detached from the very reality we're living and sharing. Kudos for giving us a good chuckle, though please don't listen to her. You'll just end up rejected and humiliated. Just focus on yourself, on a hobby or anything that interests you. We've all heard this spiel before, the one about focusing on ourselves and hobbies. And you know what? It's not bad advice at all. We've seen how putting ourselves first often leads to better outcomes than chasing after the elusive approval of someone who might not even recognize our worth.
Every time I'm put together, every time I feel confident, tell me why no guy would approach me. Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. So before I met my husband, I'm not even kidding with you, no guys my age would talk to me. I'm 23 now, but when I was 19, 20, 21, no man would talk to me. And I remember one of my guy friends looking at me and telling me, Carla, the problem is not you. It's just guys know that if they get with you, they're in it for the long run. And right now, us as guys don't want that. And he was one of my very close guy friends, so he was very, very open. And he told me straight out, he's like, you're wife material. What we want is girlfriend material. And from that moment on, it was like a switch. And then I understood. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm not just girlfriend material. I'm not just a situationship material. I'm a wife, settle down type of material. So my entire perspective of dating completely changed. And instead of being sad, like, oh my gosh, no guy pays attention to me, I was actually very, very happy with that response because my message was being conveyed without me saying a thing. And the men that actually approached me or wanted to get my number or wanted to go out would take me 110% seriously, would never be disrespectful, would never use profanity around me, would always open the doors for me, would always knock on my door, get off his car, and not just text me, I'm here. They would all treat me with respect. And that is simply because I focused on my outer appearance, because your outer appearance and what you wear and every detail about you says a lot. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's not true. It's coming from an image consultant. I know what I'm telling you. So if you have that problem, it's not a problem, honey. That just means you're attracting the right kind of men and pushing away those that are not worth your time.
We've stumbled upon a video that's serving up a serious dose of delusion and coping mechanisms. So Carla here claims that every time she's all put together and radiating confidence, guys are a no-show. Then her buddy swoops in with the ultimate enlightenment. It's not you, it's just guys. Classic excuse alert. And then wait for it, he drops the bomb. She's not girlfriend material, she's wife settle down type of material. Wow, what a revelation. Because apparently guys are out here categorizing women like they're picking out cereal boxes at a grocery store. And voila, her whole dating perspective switches, like she's just unlocked the cheat code to the game. Give me a break. So she's all about focusing on her outer appearance, making sure every thread is in place. Oh, but don't you dare question it because she's an image consultant. Let's get real here, Carla. The outfit doesn't magically up your worth. The harsh truth is, if you're for the streets, no fancy dress is going to change that. Trying to sell the idea that dressing like royalty upgrades your status is like trying to turn a pumpkin into a carriage. Newsflash, changing threads doesn't erase history, and a ran-through track record isn't suddenly wiped clean because you change your outer layer. The comment section was the saddest part of this video. It was filled with a crowd of admirers showering Carla with praise for her oh-so-wise dating advice. Isn't it fascinating how some women are gushing over this notion that they're the elusive wife material? But here's the reality check. When women buy into this narrative, it's like diving headfirst into a pool of delusion, singing praises for a mindset that places all the blame on men not approaching because they're too busy envisioning a white picket fence future. It's like signing up for a one-way ticket to Singleville. Let's not forget that this kind of advice is like a siren's song, leading women down a treacherous path of loneliness past the age of 30. Dangerous? Oh, absolutely. When women encourage each other to believe they're wife material while waving away genuine concerns, they're setting themselves up for a future filled with disillusionment. Women will always give advice that keeps other women single.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.